Once a startup, today an international IT company, DigiU. Since the foundation of DigiU, our ideas have been growing in the heads of thousands of people, and now for 2 years, they are proving their reliability and strength. Unite all continents of the globe and continue to resonate in the minds of people around the world. Today, DigiU is 182 countries worldwide, 100,000 partners, 12 languages. Our goal is to make people the main beneficiary of modern technology. DigiU develops for the benefit of every person and the benefit of mankind. 2 years of work is successful launch of the digiu.wealth product, which brings profit to its investors. Registration of the company in the European Union. Regular dividend payments to all partners. Cooperation with the BR Capital International Fund. Successful participation in international blockchain hackathons. Patent for our own speech synthesis artificial intelligence technology. Our potential unicorn, AWA cross-chain protocol. Technology that will change the world. All this is made possible by our professional team and our partners. We thank everyone for sharing our values and believing in the DigiU project. Together we are making artificial intelligence popular, blockchain easy to understand, a digital copy of an individual reality, and creating strong competition to the technological giants. Together we are the power. DigiU. Become part of the global change. Everything is just the beginning.
Dear friends, investors, partners, welcome to the DigiU Ecosystem Birthday Conference. My name is Alexey Ognev. The founders of the project, employees, and national representatives from different countries will be with you today. We will talk about how this year went for the ecosystem, what challenges we have faced, and what results we have achieved. And most importantly, we will share our plans for 2022 and the company's development strategy for the following 5 years. Dear investors, partners, I'm pleased to welcome you at the DigiU International Company Conference. It's the second time the conference is being held in this format. The first time was last year on the company's anniversary. Now we are 2 years old, and I would like to summarize some of the results of the past year of the company operation. What has been done, what we faced, and look at what we promised and what was the focus of our attention at the last conference, and what we have come to now. I will start with the legal part. We were saying that the legal security of our company and partners is a priority for the coming year. And we registered 2 companies in the European Union, Cyprus. We issued securities, we received ISIN number, and launched a KYC procedure. Now, most of our partners can pass KYC verification and exchange DigiU shares for the securities of the company. Also, I am very proud that DigiU Wealth project, which launched over a year ago, continues to operate sustainably and generate returns for its investors and the DigiU ecosystem as a whole. It's the first product in the ecosystem, and it continues to allow us to pay dividends to our partners. We have already paid them twice, and we will do it again before the end of this year. Also, we expect new products that will allow us to pay dividends to appear in the ecosystem in the near future. One of these products could be the DigiU Blockchain Lab and Venture Capital Fund project AVA Finance. My partners will talk more about it today. We believe it's a significant progress, and it's a very strong infrastructure project, and we are now at the stage of engaging with international venture capital funds to separately finance this project. This will allow us to take the project to a completely different level. Since we started talking about venture capital funds, I would like to talk about our fund, which is something I've been focusing on all this year. I believe that we have quite successfully launched this direction, and it's becoming one of the most important parts of the DigiU ecosystem. We fine-tuned our project selection process. This year we have received applications and considered over 30 projects, both related to artificial intelligence and blockchain technology. We also signed an agreement with BR Capital International Venture Fund, and it's a usual practice when venture funds communicate with each other, share interesting projects, and can finance or promote them together. And we have more and more of these potential partnerships. So we started communicating with international venture capital funds and telling them about the AVA project and discussing the conditions for more collaborations in other areas. There were also some not very successful projects that we invested in, or rather there was one. But it was a startup, and it helped sharpen those processes of project selection so that we wouldn't make these mistakes again. It is normal when in venture capital investments only 2 or 3 projects out of 10 or out of 20 are successful, which is very good. Also, our activity enabled us to understand the blockchain market in a completely different way. We are now communicating in the major league, I would say so. We now understand how cryptocurrency pricing is formed, how collaborations are born, because we are already having these conversations and discussions. Negotiations at the blockchain chief executive levels, at the ecosystem chief executive levels, at the different exchanges, funds, and I do expect that this year, or rather this year for DigiU ecosystem, the AVA project and the ecosystem based on the AVA project will show some really great results. I would like to pay particular attention to business processes that many partners and investors do not see and often take for granted. If someone has entrepreneurial experience or experience in building their own business, or just working in a company and seeing how the company grows, how processes are built, then they understand that everything we do would not be possible without a huge team, without a huge number of different accounting systems, various business processes that require constant revision, restructuring, optimization, and generally their establishment to begin with. Over the past year, we've created an HR department. DigiU Partners became a separate department for partner work. The finance department has created and provided the most complex financial accounting, where we have several different payment systems, several different blockchains in which we accept and make payments. We take into account exchange rate differences. We do a big number of exchanges, and we do a huge number of transactions with a big number of contractors. And of course, we produce a lot of content in 12 languages, both in text and video format, and this is delivered by the translation department. And these activities also require a lot of attention, time, resources, including management resources, because these business processes need to be built, they need to be managed, They need to be rebuilt from time to time. The company is growing at a tremendous pace. The number of employees has almost doubled. There are over 60 people working in the company on a permanent basis, and a huge number of people who are engaged for some one-off or regular tasks. And on our birthday, I would like, of course, to congratulate all partners and all investors on this occasion, as well as the whole team. And I would like to thank all of the founders and all of my partners who are also going to speak today. And I'm absolutely convinced that the more intelligent people come together, the better results can be achieved. And we're proving this with our own example. So, join us, stay with us and support us. Offer your suggestions for the ecosystem development, and let's create our future together. Good afternoon, dear friends. My name is Piotr, and I'm DigiU CTO. And today, I would like to tell you about the main areas of the Artificial Intelligence Division's work in 2021 and the results we have achieved. The main areas of focus of our department in 2021 were predictive analytics, DeFi research, decentralized finance markets. And also, at the end of the year, Facebook gave us an unexpected gift. Let me explain it all in order. I will start with predictive analytics. We have moved from predicting prices in range markets and classical statistical and hybrid models to predicting prices in non-range trending markets using deep learning techniques based on neural networks. So, we analyzed over 150 pairs. These are the top ones in terms of turnover on centralized Binance exchange. We selected the top 20 candidates from these pairs based on our constructed correlation matrices and subsequent block analysis. These 20 pairs have shown the best results for future predictions based on the analysis. For the selected pairs, we collected data from the Binance exchange. It was tens of gigabytes of data for each pair. And then we started training. We tested over 10 neural network architectures. Then we selected the two most promising ones that showed the best results on test samples and started the training. The training process took quite a long time. We held more than 10,000 training epochs and prepared more than 50 variations of neural network models. As a result, we managed to achieve up to 80% prediction accuracy, with two markets we surveyed showing 75 and 78% accuracy respectively through the test sample. I'm still talking about the test and trial operation, but I hope that next year these models, together with the predictions, can be put into commercial operation and possibly become part of DigiU Wealth product that will allow us to bring more profitability within the product. Another area we worked on actively was the decentralized finance market research. We did research and actually conducted R&D and tested many hypotheses both in centralized exchanges, DEX, and with lending platforms such as Cream, Venus, with leverage trading, with flash loan, and other decentralized finance mechanisms. As a result, we have seen a strong correlation between SEX and DEX platforms and between centralized and decentralized finance markets in general, which suggests that the predictive model we've created will also perform well in the decentralized finance markets, and in particular for price predictions of the DEX, decentralized exchanges. Thanks to our CIO Boris, a great professional in this field, for suggesting such a wonderful, not even market, but the ecosystem as DeFi. He opened this wonderful world of DeFi to us. And also, at the end of the year, there was an unexpected gift from Facebook. They announced that Facebook would be developing and implementing its own meta-universe. Well, it's great news for us, DigiU, as one of the starting points at DigiU was to create a digital personality. However, there was a very big problem on the way to creating such a personality. The lack of a complete virtual world where this personality could exist and coexist in a society with other personalities, namely to carry out trade operations, exchange of goods, services, financial operations, as in the real world, to work, to rest, to communicate, and to produce all the other interactions typical for the real world. Now, with the release of Facebook's meta-universe, this huge limitation has been removed, and it means we can move forward with creating our own digital personality. Previously, we had already made blocks of digital personality, such as digiu Voice and digiu Vision, and we have done some research into text generation, recognition, chatbots, and virtual assistants based on the GPT-2 and GPT-3. This research is now used to build another brick of the virtual personality. It also makes me happy that our assumptions about the development of the industry turned out to be true. And in fact, the release of this meta-universe confirms our earlier guesses. Well, wish you all the best of luck in the future of the meta-universe, friends. And now I would like to pass the floor to our CIO, Boris. Hello, my name is Boris Povary. I'm the DigiU ecosystem CIO, the founder of the DigiU Lab blockchain lab, and CEO of the AvaFi project. I would like to share what we have achieved this year. I will start from the beginning. In the fall of 2020, I hired the first 3 employees at DigiU Lab blockchain lab, and we started researching promising development areas to launch a startup. We researched such directions as loan-to-value, NFT, decentralized lottery, and cross-chain protocols. And after a while, it became clear to me that it was the cross-chain direction that was very promising, because the solutions we researched were not good enough, and we understood that we could offer exactly what the market needs. We decided that we needed to develop the first version of the product, MVP, and to test this hypothesis as quickly as possible and understand the response. We went to the hackathon. This first hackathon was called as Global Market Make. Its main sponsor was Avi Protocol, and we used the Chainlink project technology, used Chainlink oracles to transfer data between blockchains, and reconfigured the solution. After that, we received an award from Chainlink, a grant offer. We negotiated with them, but after those negotiations, it became clear that we needed to create our own decentralized oracles network. Accelerators and venture capital funds started approaching us, and we realized that we had hit that we thought was the nerve of the market, some kind of a pain that could be cured. Then we decided that we needed to allocate resources and recruit a strong technological team, as we succeeded. Now, the project team consists of over 30 people involved in the development and marketing. 20 of them are developers. If we talk about people involved in such operations as translations, community management, chat room assistants, and so on, the team has long exceeded 60 people. That's because we have 30 community managers and assistant community managers alone. The Ava social media community is currently over 123,000 users worldwide. There are currently over 60,000 users in the product alpha testing, which is currently running and will continue until the end of 2021. The testing is done in game format. Users receive tasks, complete them and earn points. These points will eventually be converted into airdrop. The more points the user earns, the more tokens they receive when the project goes to the mainnet. We also give NFT tokens to users and will give them tokens when going on to the mainnet. And we aim to use these NFT tokens and integrate them into some existing working solutions and working protocols, or into the ones that will be created. We are currently actively engaged in fundraising, i.e. attracting investments, communicating with venture capital funds, and also looking for partnerships. We are actively working on negotiations with large blockchain ecosystems and projects to build as many collaborations as possible, because we plan to hold our own hackathon. And it's also important to us that any blockchain, any protocol that we integrate support us in some way. This is the reason why we are having these meetings. I would like to tell you what the Ava project is all about. I was once asked how I would tell a 7-year-old child about it, and the following explanation was born. The entire crypto economy is now some kind of an ocean with islands in it. Each island has inhabitants. They are various cryptocurrency assets. Each island is a blockchain ecosystem with, shall I say, DeFi protocols, or if we talk about inhabitants, it's their job, so they go to work. The work is that these are DeFi protocols where money make money, and accordingly, each island is isolated, which means that the residents live and work on one island. They would love to visit neighboring islands. They have family members, friends, and other potential employees there. But unfortunately, the technical possibility for traveling is very weak, because the road is full of difficulties and dangers, and takes a long time, especially the return trip. There is definitely no way they can live in one place and work in another. And Ava is a solution that allows seamless integration of different islands, a kind of teleport that allows islanders to live in one place and work in another. And accordingly, protocol makers or employers can create such systems in which they can hire willing employees from any island. In technical terms, we are creating a cross-chain data and liquidity protocol that allows different blockchains to integrate. There is a transport layer. It is the data transfer protocol, and an application layer. It's the liquidity transfer, which is a cross-chain exchange. I would like to talk about the perspectives of this technology that I have described. I described it in the white paper that the cross-chain data transfer market is really just emerging, because there is no decentralized working solution right now that allows developers to create a smart contract in one blockchain and transfer a call from that smart contract to another smart contract which is in another blockchain. What is the purpose for this? It's to create a unique business logic that would gratefully facilitate the user experience. Because there are more and more blockchains, and users are moving between them in search for the best returns for themselves, the more profitable ones. Currently, we have to use a lot of different applications and different wallets, which is very inconvenient. DeFi protocols of the future are protocols in which all these services will be carried out seamlessly in a single application, and the user won't have to make unnecessary steps. Accordingly, the decentralized transport layer will provide the basis for such solutions. Therefore, I believe that this direction is promising, and in addition to this, we are making an applied solution, cross-chain DEX. It is a kind of liquidity hub which allows transferring liquidity between blockchains. Next, I would like to tell you about the plans for 2022. Of course, first of all, it will be a very layer network testing and a bug fixing, and passing the security audit. After that, we will make a full-scale launch of this network and launch the main product, which is a liquidity hub. It's a decentralized stablecoin exchanger. Then we will connect more assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we will develop this into the exchange for other types of tokens through aggregation of the other platforms' liquidity. And of course, we will hold our own hackathon. We are already forming a list of partners who will participate. And in this hackathon, I hope that projects will emerge that will use our technology with us on the mainnet. Next, we plan to develop bridges for NFT tokens transfer between blockchains and marketplaces for NFT tokens. You can learn more from our roadmap, which can be found on the AvaFi website. And I would like to mention that all these results, achievements, would not be possible without the investor partners of the DigiU ecosystem, which became the incubator for AvaFi project and became an early-stage investor in the project. Thank you for your contribution, and I'm convinced that together we can change the world for the better. Invest in DigiU and change the world with us. The built ecosystem infrastructure and these incredible technological advances that the project founders have just told you about are all tied up with our partners and investors. These are the people in whose minds and hearts over these 2 years the mission of our ecosystem has grown. Simply, the individual in any country in the world must be the primary beneficiary of the activities of modern technology. Partners, investors, leaders, hello everyone. I'm Olga Vinskaya, Head of Partner Relations, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the conference dedicated to DigiU's second birthday. Working with investors and partners plays one of the most important roles in the DigiU ecosystem, and the main goal of this process is to ensure that each partner receives maximum support from the company. That That is, to get what they need, where they are comfortable, in a short time frame. In order to achieve this goal, we build up a systematic and effective process of working with our community through the year. An entire DigiU Partners department works to help each partner adapt in the DigiU ecosystem and in the new digital world in general. Our main goal is a happy partner who receives high level of support and care at all steps of involvement in the project. Adaptation and introduction to the specifics of the project for new partners. Continuous support for partners who join the project at an early stage. Looking at the concrete steps and progress made in 2021, so far, all the text and video content is being produced in 12 languages. Every month, the project news are released in a convenient video format, also in all project languages. During the whole year, the technical support team processed 10,425 inquiries from the partner. Important webinars are held simultaneously in 5 languages. The main project languages, which cover the needs of 60% of the partners. This allows a huge number of people to receive the most important and up-to-date information from the company's top executives. The affiliate program has been updated. The digiu 2.0 has been well received by the project partners. Since the launch of the new affiliate program, we have recorded over 600 license purchases requests. In addition, affiliate activity has increased many times over, which shows that we chose the right vector and that our partners support us in our upgrades. We pay special attention to information promotion professionals, and I mean leaders. Together we organize conferences and other events. Together we find new tools to promote the project in different regions, relying on the cultural level and mentality of the partners in the given country. We train leaders and together develop a strategy for promoting the project in the leader's country. Leaders are often supported not only informationally and financially. They realize that in spite of the long distances between us, there is a whole team of marketing specialists, designers, developers, and analysts behind them who are always ready to help them when they need it. Thanks to this approach, in 2021 we were able to build a systematic process of working with leaders. This has resulted in some impressive achievements. Currently, up to 25 conferences a month in Europe, Africa, Latin America, South and Southeast Asia. Monthly webinars in English, French, Spanish, Indonesian, Hindi and Vietnamese are hosted by the leaders. Throughout the year, DigiU Partners employees have conducted more than 700 hours of conversations with leaders and partners from around the world. In 2021, 10 new leaders have achieved national representative status. Today, the project has over 100,000 partners and 182 countries around the world. These figures prove that DigiU connects people across the globe, people of different nationalities and cultures, of different social statuses, people with different values and goals in life. Of course, the multicultural nature of the project affects the working processes and building communication with partners, but it's always the leader who helps us overcome the difficulties and understand the mentalities. Thanks to them, we understand what our partners want and expect from us. This is the starting point for developing a strategy for promoting a project in a particular country. Why are face-to-face meetings and constant communication with partners is so important for the project development. The feedback we receive from leaders and partners is always passed on to related departments, colleagues in marketing, analytics, development, technical support, and many others. By taking an integrated approach to issues, we are able to build the process of working with leaders and partners several times more effective. We are better able to understand our audience, act in everyone's best interest, and build the new digital future together with our partners, hand in hand.
Hello.
Hello, namaste.
Hi.
Assalamualaikum.
Hello.
Buenas tardes, amigos. Mi nombre es Rafael Ruiz. Soy de Venezuela y soy socio de digiu.
Je m'appelle Abdin Salus au Niger. Je suis partenaire digiu.
Soy Nilson Ortega Moreno de Cuba, socio de digiu. Hola, mi nombre es Gloria Molina de México y soy socia de digiu.
My name is Ravinder Dalal and I am from India and I am a digiu partner. Thank you.
Hola, soy Henry Palomino, peruano y soy socio de digiu.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn, tôi là Nguyễn Văn Tuấn, tôi đến từ Việt Nam, tôi là đối tác của digiu.
Je me nomme Folit Dogba Kwevi du Togo. Je suis partenaire digiu.
Je m'appelle Nico Parfait du Togo. Je suis partenaire digiu.
Soy Sergio Martínez Nova, soy de Cuba, soy socio de digiu.
Hola, soy Eduardo Torres de Cuba y soy socio de digiu.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम पूर्ण थापा है। मैं इंडिया के सोनीपुर असम से बिलोंग करता हूँ और मैं digiu का एक पार्टनर हूँ। धन्यवाद।
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम अमृता लुंगेली, मैं इंडिया असम से हूँ, मैं digiu का पार्टनर।
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम फुलमाई मिली, मैं इंडिया असम स्टेट का हूँ, मैं digiu का एक पार्टनर हूँ। थैंक यू।
I am Manoj Kumar from India. I am digiu partner.
I am Kiran Kumar from India. I am digiu partner.
Salut, je m'appelle Valérie Goumou, je suis guinéen, partenaire digiu.
Partenaire digiu.
digiu. digiu.
digiu, c'est le futur.
Fanny Kofi de la Côte d'Ivoire.
Je suis Rosalvie Abo de la Côte d'Ivoire.
Nous sommes partenaires à digiu.
"2021 marked the year when digiu opened national presence in 5 more of the project's most active partner countries in India, Cuba, Togo, Vietnam and Benin. I am pleased to introduce to the national representatives of these countries. Hello, national representatives, all digiu partners in Indonesia and digiu partners around the world. I am Delis Cornelius Umbos, head of the Council of National Representatives of digiu in Indonesia. Congratulate the company on its second birthday. The company was successfully established and continues to grow rapidly in the changing digital era. We are proud to work at digiu, a company that is engaged in technology in the field of artificial intelligence. The past 2 years have witnessed incredibly rapid development of the project in the field of artificial intelligence technology in the digiu ecosystem. In this respect, the more well-known digiu is, the larger its community of partners, the more new technological products, and the more active is cooperation with various foundations. digiu aims to meet the needs of the digital age and cope with its global changes. digiu aims to solve the problems of interconnected blockchain exchange. digiu serves people, their interests and needs. digiu aims to create technological innovations through various products based on artificial intelligence that make the system work more conveniently and efficiently. Without a doubt, digiu is creating a bright future for all of us. Success and prosperity to digiu. We love you, digiu.
Salam sehat, salam digiu. I love you, digiu.
Hello, I am Octava Sogbo, and I'm the leader and the national representative of digiu in Africa. I have been involved in this project for 2 years, with great pleasure and engagement. Today, I am joined by all the representatives of African countries to thank the founder, Alexei Ognev. Thank you for all the work he does every day with his staff to give African youth the opportunity to develop through the digiu project. I hesitated when I joined DigiU, but then I became fully immersed in the project because I saw the founders' passion and the seriousness of their words. From the very beginning until today, everything they have promised has been delivered. With the latest project updates, the new affiliate program, the project AVA and other projects being developed right now, we can say that we are part of a global project that will change people. I'm inviting all Africans and all countries who are not yet part of the project to join us, so all Africa can speak with one voice. We are one of the top 10 countries registered in the project. I hope we will shake up the giants of this world and that Africa will participate in the DigiU project to change many lives. Many thanks to all the partners, investors and the project. And happy birthday DigiU. Keep investing, keep buying shares, and you will see how your life will change. Thank you for your attention and see you soon.
Et vous allez voir que vos vies seront changées. Merci beaucoup pour votre attention et à très bientôt.
Hello everyone! I would like to address DigiU management and partners around the world. My name is Do Van Tam and I'm DigiU's national representative in Vietnam. When I learned that DigiU is engaged in research and development in the field of artificial intelligence technology, I seriously investigated and decided to invest in the company. At the same time, I also shared this opportunity with my friends so that they could understand the project and get involved. I've been with DigiU for almost 2 years. I have built my own business system and have achieved some results. I have received support and help in the community, trust from the management in form of the appointment as national representative in Vietnam. I would like to say to everyone to seriously look into the DigiU project in order to take advantage of this opportunity. Investing in DigiU will allow us in the future to generate great profits and develop new technologies for humanity. On this remarkable day, on behalf of the entire DigiU community in Vietnam, I would like to congratulate the company's management and partners around the world and wish them health and peace. I wish DigiU a steady and strong development. Thank you. Happy birthday DigiU. Happy birthday DigiU. I'm Maruf Wijaya, the national representative of the company in Indonesia. I also represent DigiU's Indonesian partners. Happy birthday DigiU. I hope DigiU will grow and become even more successful. I want to wish you the best of luck. Hopefully, DigiU will continue to create new products and update existing ones within the ecosystem. We also thank the team that created and shaped the company. Without them, DigiU would never have achieved such tremendous success. Thank you, DigiU. Good luck to you. The development of digital technology has led us to what we now call the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Although robotics, neural technology, 3D printing, or the Internet of Things are at the heart of this revolution, it's another component of that technology that attracts attention with many aspects. It's artificial intelligence. DigiU is an international IT company specializing in artificial intelligence. I call on all DigiU partners in Togo not to miss this opportunity, to act, because the best way to predict the future is to create it. As the national representative and on behalf of the entire DigiU community in Togo, I would like to congratulate the DigiU ecosystem on its birthday. God grant even greater wisdom and knowledge to the founders of the company, so that they can bring to life even greater plans. Remember, DigiU is a digital bulldozer. Namaste. I'm IJ Patra from India. I'm the national representative of DigiU. Today, I'm here not only because of DigiU support, but also because of my Indian DigiU partners' support and love. And now I will talk about some great people, those who have encouraged me every time. First, it's Olga, Anna, and Mr. Alexander Nikolaev. And the most important person, DigiU's CEO, Mr. Alexei Ognev. If these people didn't support me, I wouldn't be here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Not only these people, but also many of my Indian DigiU partners supported me. It would take a long time if I start giving and calling out their names. Thanks to all of them. And while I'm with DigiU, I will continue to work properly with honesty and faith. And in worldwide, DigiU will reach the top, and I will stand with DigiU every time, and to develop DigiU. Thank you. Hello. Greetings everyone. I'm Trikustini, national representative from Indonesia, along with my two colleagues, Samuel Santosa and Maruf Wijaya. First, I would like to thank DigiU CEO Alexei Ognev, as well as Alexander E. and DigiU team, who have given me the opportunity to invest in DigiU since February 2020. DigiU is a company engaged in AI or artificial intelligence. In 2 years, it was able to create extraordinary ecosystem products, namely AVA, patented technology DigiU Voice, and DigiU Vision, which recognizes objects, people faces, distinguishes gender, emotions, and age, and DigiU Wealth, the product that allowed to pay dividends to all partners twice. I hope that DigiU will continue to be consistent and fast in producing its superior products. I believe that DigiU will become the leader of the artificial intelligence market. I invite anyone watching this conference to invest immediately, especially partners from Indonesia, so that we can be successful with DigiU. Happy second birthday! Happy birthday! That's all. Greetings, DigiU. Dear DigiU partners and investors, as well as everyone who is hearing my words, my name is Abelardo Martinez Sanchez, and I'm the national representative of DigiU in Cuba. It is difficult to explain in a few words the reasons why I decided to invest in this project and devote all my efforts to making it known to my friends and to many people in my country. Since 1987, when I was a university student, I was already interested in AI research. I simply needed to learn about the project that could make my dreams come true. It was DigiU that became a project that entered my life and allowed me to meet the team of talented people, very real and open, with dreams that they strive for, that I was able to meet personally today. This team is like a big family that I respect, admire, and I'm honored to be part of, as they have welcomed me with much love. DigiU, this is a true incubator where ideas are created and dreams come true. Today, I invite you to participate, and we will help you to become a co-owner of an artificial intelligence international company. In the future, your family will thank you for the decision you made today. Hello everyone, I'm Gerard Humpona from Benin. I learned about the DigiU project from my brother from Benin, living in Côte d'Ivoire, who has been involved with it since its launch. And the project interested me a lot. I started by studying the project and immediately wanted to promote it. which enabled me to become DigiU national representative in Benin. The world is digitalizing, and DigiU supports us in this huge digital world in two main areas. It's artificial intelligence and blockchain. I'm working on and developing the project, showing my friends how they can benefit from buying shares of the revolutionary project, which share price increased by 700% in 2 years. Dear DigiU partners in the Republic of Benin, let us and be proud to participate in this project, because DigiU will make us happy people from tomorrow. I invite all of you who are still in doubt to join us, because with DigiU we are already earning. Happy birthday DigiU! Long live Benin! Long live Africa! Long live DigiU! Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Samuel Santosa from Indonesia. I'm a DigiU partner as well as a national representative with two of my other colleagues, Trikustini and Maruf Wijaya. 2 years is a very short time, but in such a short time, DigiU was able to create reliable products: DigiU Wealth, Ava, Blockchain Lab, Voice Recognition, patented technology, got iSeen, etc. I hope DigiU can continue to be consistent and fast in producing and developing reliable products. At the same time, I have confidence that DigiU will become the ruler in the world of artificial intelligence. Investing in DigiU was one of the best decisions of my life, and I invite anyone watching this conference to invest, especially partners from Indonesia. This will allow us to be successful together as soon as possible. Together with DigiU, we will rule the world's artificial intelligence. In 2021, 8 leaders were awarded national representative status and 2 leaders became heads of National Representative Council. And this is just the beginning. At DigiU, we always appreciate activity and initiative, so I'm sure that the list of national representatives will soon be grandly expanded. I thank all of the leaders and national representatives for the incredible amount of work they do in their countries to promote the ecosystem and its products. I encourage all partners who are thinking about becoming a national representative of DigiU ecosystem in their country to contact us, and we will tell you how to do it properly and effectively. The ability to achieve goals is a key skill for any successful company. However, setting the right goals is not possible without another skill, the ability to analyze trends and predict the future based on them. Alexander E. will now tell you about the strategy for the development of the DigiU ecosystem and perhaps the entire world over the next 5 years. Dear friends, let's talk about the future. I will now talk about the company's plans and strategy for the near future. Over the past year and a half, COVID has changed our world dramatically. Closed borders, restrictive measures within the countries, restriction of movement even within the cities. All this has led and continues to lead to enormous speed of development of information technology. distant education systems, various services for food delivery, consumption of internet traffic, use of various internet platforms, social networks, messengers, and other modern technologies. All this is developing very, very fast, and the transition to the digital world is not far off. It's actually happening right now. From the very early age, children understand how to use a mobile phone. And this is now the age of Web 2.0. I will now talk about our strategy and the changes that will be made to our concept. As you know, we have a 64-page project concept. Who doesn't know? Read it. But the main thing is to get out of there. Is our basic principle. On what we are based is that the beneficiary of the use of modern technology should be an ordinary man. Unfortunately, in the current development of internet giants like Facebook, Microsoft, Google, the concept is different, and the main beneficiaries are the corporations. You may have heard about Facebook being renamed to Meta. Meta comes from the word meta-universe. Microsoft has also announced the creation of its own meta-universe, and many big companies have picked up the trend, and they perfectly understand and grasp the trend that it's happening now. People and our lives are moving into the digital world. So now let me explain in detail what Web 2.0 and Web 3.0 are. Before I talk about the changes that will be made to our concept and our project, how the internet evolved. So, first came Web 1.0. So to speak, it's when the user can go online to the website, for example, to read some information. Later, the user began to interact with the website, to leave various comments, fill in forms, for example, on social networks like Facebook. This is also an example of Web 2.0 application, where we can interact with website, roughly speaking. The distinguishing feature of this approach is that the basic core that run these programs are on some servers or on some single server, and now there is a big trend towards Web 3.0 and Web 3.0 applications. What is Web 3.0? It's an internet that is essentially owned by people, where the content is on a huge number of nodes and not one corporation. Not one person can take and turn off this service. This is why we are so actively moving towards blockchain technology, towards decentralization, because blockchain technology will build this Web 3.0. Web 3.0 fits perfectly into our concept, because it's the internet that is run by people. Let's have a look at the situation. You may know that during the US presidential election, I'm by no means referring to any political group, this is just an example, but Donald Trump's Twitter account was blocked. That is, the Twitter corporation had the ability to block the account and prevent the candidate from communicating with his electorate. In 3.0, this is not possible. Imagine a social network where content cannot be regulated, where there is no censorship, it cannot be shut down, and there is not a single person in the world who can ban someone from doing something. It's the same with the exchanges that are decentralized. It's the same with banks, infrastructure companies, where these intermediaries who can block an account, cancel a transaction, they can just disappear and people only interact with each other or with a computer program. This is the world in which we are now, right now, transitioning. Not sometime in 5 years, not even in 3 years. It's happening right now. And this is why Facebook, Microsoft, and many other IT giants have entered this race to meta-universes. And our concept will soon be updated too. We will also be creating our meta-universe. The main difference being that it will be a shared meta-universe. It will be a Web3 meta-world that will be managed and created by people, and the rules of the game in this meta-world will be decided by people, not corporations or the state. Maybe it will sound very futuristic. Okay, now it may sound really weird or into the future. There will be digital avatars. It's like it was in the movies not so long ago, and now it's already showing up only now. They are two-dimensional, but there is a lot of work going on to make these digital avatars three-dimensional. And if one person, whether it's Meta or Microsoft or whatever company that creates the meta-universe, can block your account, then you can have your digital avatar taken away. Avatar which participates in economic activities in that meta-universe. Maybe making money, establishing some businesses and personal contacts, making some friendships. So, in a decentralized internet, in a decentralized meta-universe, this is not possible. Absolutely impossible. And that is the model we will be building in the development of our meta-universe. So, what steps we will take in the near future? Early next year, we will hold our own first hackathon based on the AVA protocol we are developing. We will invite development teams, we will invite partners, we will invite judges. We will do that for a decentralized application based on our cross-chain protocol using AVA Appear. And we are already engaged in these negotiations. I think we are doing it quite well, and the hackathon will allow us, among other things, to select projects for the venture capital fund. That is, if we see talented teams with good ideas and good projects, we can give them initial financing and then marketing support and support in fundraising, including other international funds. We have already received several partners who have expressed a desire to participate, and now we are thinking about creating a Web3 alliance. It can be called differently, but the core of this Web3 alliance is that we will include DigiU, maybe some more international venture capital funds, maybe some influencers, which have big communities around them, and they will help to promote projects, tell about them, and the teams who are engaged in marketing of these IT products. This kind of collaboration will allow us to build our meta-universe, our ecosystem, a decentralized cross-chain ecosystem, where there will be games, new ways to earn money, new ways to communicate, etc. Some new digital world, which will belong to all people participating in our ecosystem. So, friends, join in. For a start, just register in the ecosystem and start following the news. If you think that this is some distant future, it's not. It's happening right now. We have reached such a level of negotiation with various venture capital funds, with various blockchain founders over the last year, that we can say that this transition is happening right now, and we can get there in time. We need to get there now. The world is changing. The world has already changed. COVID has only accelerated these processes, and we assume it will last for a very long time. This transition, the COVID restrictions. About a year and a half ago, I wrote an article in which I suggested that it would last, and it does. Restrictive measures are loosening and then they are reappearing again. And we are sure that even when the COVID is over, there will be some other disasters or something, and the digitalization process will go faster and faster. Enter the new digital world. One could just talk about this topic with no end. Whether it's good that we are going digital or not, some people are in favor of live communication, and I love live communication too, but it's a given, you can take it. You can take it for granted. You know, you may not accept it, and you may not like that the sun rises and then sets, but it's a given. That's hard to do anything about it. So, you are definitely a part of it. The question is, in what role? Either you are in the role of someone who invests in it, makes money on it, promotes it, takes the lead there, and has the best lands in these meta-universes. And their lands, yes, now they are already being sold at a price of flats. Their vehicles, all this in digital world, that is meta-universe, in the space where people will spend most of their lives. There to make money, there to communicate. And this digital world will be more beautiful for many people than the reality that surrounds them at the moment, where they can still make money playing games. And many people will voluntarily start using it, as it was with mobile phones. About mobile phones, for some reason many people say we are being chipped, we are being zombified, and so on. There is no need to implant any chips. Everyone voluntarily uses mobile phones, which record all conversations and know everything about you. And they know where you are, and how much you spend, what you spend on, and so on and so on. When we wrote the first concept, we thought that digital personalities that we described in this concept would appear. Well, not only digital personalities, but also the infrastructure for them will appear in about 10 years, and we will be ready for that moment. We will build the infrastructure, we will develop and patent our technologies, but everything happens much faster, and therefore the concept will soon be updated, and there is already space for digital identities. Now, of course, they can be much more simple, in 2D format. But if you add VR technology, virtual reality, augmented reality, then it will become 3D. Very close to the time when we will be able to communicate, for example, not just through Zoom or YouTube or Skype, but when we can communicate where our avatars are gathered in one room, and we are sitting and chatting. These technologies, these developments are already on the way. And mainly, why all these technologies are developing so fast, especially in blockchain area? Because many of these developments, they have open source code. You can take something and make it a little bit better, or adjust it, or combine it with some other system. And your solution can be taken by someone, and that person can add something else. Thus, you don't have to constantly write from scratch. Therefore, the speed of development, the speed of implementation and creation of these technologies is incredible. We don't have time to process all the information. We already have defined analysts whose job is just to search for new projects, communicate with them, analyze them, and we are already looking at some of the projects that we have contacted ourselves, some of which we would like to cooperate with. Follow our news, we will surely tell you about it. To summarize what I've said, I would like you to remember that the main thing, we are not about the distant future. We are about the opportunities that you have right now, and we can become a guide to the digital world, which will make the transition for you not just painless, but also profitable, and reach another level in terms of profession and understanding of the technology. And now you have the opportunity to join us, and I invite you to register to become an investor of the project, an investor of the ecosystem, an investor of the future meta-universe, which will be managed by people, where people define the rules of the game, and maybe even be a partner who will talk about this ecosystem, about our project, and thereby educate people, make people's lives more efficient in many ways. Well, at least if they know what's going on and make money from it. Welcome and thank you.
Добро пожаловать. Спасибо. Дорогие друзья, инвесторы, партнеры.
Dear friends, investors, partners, at this conference we've told you about how this year went for DigiU ecosystem. We've told you about our achievements, about our success, about the challenges we have faced. And all this information is valuable, and each of you can make it even more valuable, tens or maybe hundreds of times more valuable. To do that, you need to make some simple actions.
Искусственный интеллект, блокчейн, любые современные технологии.
First, you can start learning about artificial intelligence, blockchain, and modern technology. You can Google all the unfamiliar words from this conference and learn more about what meta-universes are, what Web 3.0 is, and all this will make you smarter, more successful, richer than the vast majority of people on the planet. And the easiest action you can take today is become an investor of the DigiU ecosystem. And according to a good tradition, on our birthday, on the birthday of the ecosystem, we are giving away some gifts. Starting now, for 5 days, until December the 10th, 2021, if you purchase any share package, you get a birthday bonus, a 50% birthday bonus. I recommend you to use this incredible opportunity to become an investor or increase the amount of shares you have at an incredibly favorable conditions before we pay dividends in December 2021. I thank you for being with us today. Happy birthday, DigiU!